Right, we're boarding the plane. The first plane. Oh, it's only one plane. We're boarding. And just like that, we're off from South Carolina to Texas for what would be a trip just visiting a friend, and then also a 5-day cruise from Galveston, Texas to what should have been Cozumel and Progreso, Mexico. We'll get into why I said should have been a little later on, but here we are landing in Texas. And for some reason, even though I have a Texas Roadhouse, I decided that of all the places I wanted to visit first, me and my friend went to Texas Roadhouse just to, I guess, experience Texas Roadhouse in Texas. And then the night before the cruise, we went to a Korean barbecue place. This was their KFC, their Korean fried chicken. It was pretty good though, definitely pretty good. Also my first time trying calamari. The morning of the cruise, he went and got everybody some donuts, and then we headed off to the port of Galveston, to get on the Carnival Breeze. All right, y'all, we are on the, is it a gangway? I don't know what it is. My roommate is doing a catwalk. But it's officially time. We're getting on the boat. Do y'all hear her? I don't know what's going on. There's a runway, apparently.
It is. Every walk is a runway.
Oh my gosh.
Every walk is a catwalk.
Okay.
I'm very good.
You gotta see it melt.
Thank you. I don't like orange citrus like that. I don't even drink orange juice.
All right, so made it back to the room. Or back to the room, yeah. I wanted to give y'all a quick room tour. First of all, we have a deluxe room, which means you have your normal, toilet, shower, sink, the shelving, the mirror, all of that. But then, right across from it, we have a tub and another sink and another mirror. But, so that part is super exciting. Very, very much gonna get utilized. We have 4 closets. I don't remember which of these closets she's went in already. Yep, this one here, I can show. Lots of storage everywhere. The mini fridge filled with sodas somewhere. Sodas. And then we have a couch. And we have a window and a mirror here, or a painting. And then our window, which you can see the water right now. So the waters are kind of rough. It's not enough. I don't think anyone's gotten seasick, at least in our group. But it's been interesting. It's definitely been interesting for day 1 so far. Right now, I'm just taking a little break because in not even like 10 minutes, I've got to head upstairs for trivia with my friend. And then yeah, I don't know, we'll see what we'll do after that. It's first day, so like everybody woke up early and everything, so honestly, that might be the end of the night, trivia and sleep. But we'll see. I'll see y'all at trivia, and yeah, I'm excited. It is the morning of day 2. I was going to do a recap of day 1 on day 1, but I started to get a little sleepy, and I was like, I started organizing it because I had to write notes just to make sure I have everything written down for it, but I was too tired to film it. So here we are, day 2. We're doing the day 1 recap. Funny enough, I got stopped by the drug dogs. Someone says it's because I had Tylenol, because obviously my bags were fully searched and there was nothing there. because I was allowed on the boat. Of course, we went to the muster drill. You have to do that every cruise, no matter what brand it is. That is very important. You have to do that so you can know what to do in the case of a safety event. Of course, we got guys' burgers. Did I even take any pictures of that? I don't know. If so, you're gonna see pictures and videos of everything that I'm talking about here. Then went and lounged on the deck before dinner. The dinner was absolutely amazing. Well, it was more than I expected. I've never had the main dining room dinner on a cruise ship, so it was definitely more than I expected. So for appetizer, I had the crawfish strudel from Emerald, which was like phyllo dough with the just like chunks of crawfish in it, and a corn remoulade as the sauce. I would give it a 6 on its own, just like the phyllo, the pastry itself. With that sauce, though, it's got a lot of flavor in it. Definitely brings it up to like an 8 for me. For my entree, I had the 12-hour braised short rib, super tender. It was so tender. My only complaint was that it lacked any kind of salt. It had like seasoning from everything that was going on in it, but there was no salt, and the salt shaker took forever to shake out salt. But once you got the salt on, it was good. Still wasn't like a lot of flavor, but it was a good amount of flavor, and it, like I said, super tender. That 12 hours definitely did something. For dessert, I got the famous chocolate melting cake. Never had it, so had to try it with the peanut butter because I've been seeing a lot of tips for that, and spot on. The peanut butter definitely kind of like breaks through everything else, gives it a nice mellow taste. The cake itself is super good. The ice cream with it definitely complements it, but the peanut butter, if you like peanut butter and chocolate, absolutely do that. No one is lying to you with that tip. It is great. I forgot to give my entree. The entree, once I added the salt, I'm gonna give it like a 7 just because of how tender it is. But just again, keep in mind that it's not super seasoned. The melting cake, if I didn't get the peanut butter, just the cake and the ice cream, would be a 6. The peanut butter for me brings it up to a 9 because I kind of like peanut butter a lot. Some of my friends at the table had the Szechuan shrimp, and then also the pampardelle with lamb and a creamy tomato sauce, I think is what it had as the description. I did get to taste the sauce. It was interesting. There wasn't a lot of lamb in it, as you can see. The sauce for the pappardelle, though, kind of seemed a little undeveloped, if that makes sense. It definitely had a flavor. It was seasoned. It just seemed undeveloped. She did end up sending it back. I would say it was like a 4.5. And then the Szechuan shrimp, it had the perfect bite to it. It wasn't overcooked, it wasn't undercooked. The flavor on the shrimp was actually really good. And so I'd give that, I'd say an 8. It was really good. Yeah, an 8. I didn't taste the rest of the plate, but the shrimp was really good. So at dinner is when things started getting a little serious. We found out that Hurricane Milton is kind of affecting our plans for the cruise. So one of our ports is not going to be included in our cruise anymore. We're hoping to go to our first port on Thursday. So we'll see what happens with that, if that still ends up being the case. So like that was announced, and then we did start to feel the boat rocking a good bit. And so that was during dinner, and it's still rocking a good bit this morning. I have already acclimated to it. For me, it's just kind of like a fun obstacle course kind of situation. So like I'll still comment on it when I'm around people, so that if they're unsure, if they're just feeling uneasy, or you know, if they're psyching themselves out, I'll be like, no, we just swayed to the left, or ooh, that was a big jump. And I'll say these just to kind of make sure that they have confirmation of what's going on. But for me, I just feel like I'm in a bouncy house or something, if that makes sense. I have seen people that are not feeling well with all the rocking, so it does feel about the same so far this morning. So I'm a little worried about them. I'm gonna check on them in a little bit. I don't know who all is even really awake yet, so I just haven't really made that move. After dinner, we went and tried to do a mobile trivia. So there's a free website, whether you have the internet package or not. There's a website you can go to. At this point, my roommate had come in from her morning view of just seeing the sunrise on the top deck. But yeah, so the mobile trivia was kind of weird. It worked for some people and didn't for others. But at this point, it is the morning of day 2. It was time for a breakfast burrito before going to brunch with the rest of the crew. This skillet cake was absolutely really good. There was some sauce that I don't think was supposed to be on the plate, though. It seemed a little tart. Some think it was a cream cheese kind of situation. The chicken and waffles was also good, just it was a lot more chicken than waffle. And then I was told, as far as the eggs Benedict, that it really didn't have that much flavor. Now this banana cream pie, I could eat this for the rest of my life. 10 out of 10.
It's like, what are you even?
A sexy elephant.
He got a trunk.
Harry Elefante.
Honestly, still don't know what that towel animal was, but we went to an art auction that had free champagne, so don't mind if I do. After the auction, everyone kind of just seemed either sleepy or just kind of doing their own thing, so I just went and got some ice cream and went to take a nap, because who doesn't get the free ice cream on a cruise? Now, we're back at dinner. I do not know the names of any of the drinks that you're seeing here, but for some reason, day 2, we all decided we needed a drink. So here's my drink here, and it was good. I just don't remember what the name of it was. And then for my first appetizer, got the corn chowder. It's described as just having sharp cheddar and cream. It had a good flavor to it. I would definitely give it a 7.5 out of 10. It had a nice little spicy kick to it. And then for second appetizer, me and a friend got calamari. Apparently 2 calamaris for my first time.
No.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Thank you.
That would be hilarious.
So that was the presentation for the chilled strawberry and chia seed. I'll be honest, it tasted like strawberry milk. But here you can see everybody's mains. Here you just saw the grilled jumbo shrimp and fish cake, the surf and turf, the crawfish fettuccine, the chicken cordon bleu, and the herb crusted salmon. And that was the end of my footage from day 2. The only things I can remember of note that happened for the rest of day 2 is we went to 2 comedy shows. One was just the regular comedy show, and then the second was the adult comedy show. Both of the comedians were definitely pretty good at their job. I laughed quite a few times. Also, as you can see, the sea was a little rougher on day 2 than on day 1, but the crew seemed a little less seasick than they were on day 1, so that definitely was a plus. Make sure you subscribe so you can see days 3, 4, and 5. That'll be the next video. But for now, I'm gonna leave you watching my friend seemingly discovering what creme brulee is. Thanks for watching.
What y'all want to hear?
It was hard.
Gotta do it harder than that. There you go.